Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Every time I see articles like this one that I will present in this video, makes me, smile, because I think these articles are ridiculous. And I will explain. This is the article. Business Insider, right? Then it says that new images show a frontline NATO allies plan to blunt a Russian invasion at the border. All right, besides the fact that we see some very strong people here, like this one right here, and this one right here, and this one right here. So from the very beginning, I know this army is weak, but nevertheless, Lithuanian army soldiers. So Lithuania shares new plans for border defenses that are designed to thwart a Russian attack. It includes anti-tank measures like dragon teeth and ditches and bridges designated to detonate. Lithuania will be on the front line of a NATO-Russia war. And they show us some pictures here with all this, we have this wall, then we have this river, then we have this thing, then we have this bridge, and then we have this right here, another bridge, we have these things here, and anti-tank, and again, dragon teeth, and all this and all that. Okay. Why do I find this ridiculous? Let me show you the map. Before I show you the map, though, I want to ask you a few questions. Do you know the total population of the Russian Federation? It's about 145 million people. 145 million. The total population of Lithuania is not even 3 million. Understand. But let me show you the geography of this little conflict or possible conflict. This is Russia right here. This is Lithuania. Right? See, they don't have a direct border unless you talk about Kaliningrad. So this country is ready to fight, the Russian Federation in case the Russian Federation attacks. This is Latvia, this is Estonia. So if they attack, you saw the mighty dragon teeth and all that. Okay. Well, let me give you a scenario. A scenario of a all war. All right. This is an imaginary conflict. This is for the imbeciles from the YouTube, okay? Imaginary conflict, imaginary plan, response, and everything else. So we have Russia. Russia is, according to these guys, an aggressor. And in charge of Ukraine, there is a tyrant. And this tyrant, we are told, he is a madman. That means he doesn't really understand the consequences of his actions. You know what I mean? That's a mad person. A mad person doesn't know the consequences, good or bad. That's why he's a mad person. Or crazy, or however you want to call it. So, if Russia, let's say Russia, with this madman in charge, wants to destroy this country right here, all right, I want to show you how they should do it. They should bomb. I'm not saying that that's a scenario, you imbeciles from YouTube. It's a scenario. They would bomb Lithuania with chemical weapons, but with chemical weapons that are specifically designed to affect only genetically the Lithuanians. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this kind of weapons, aren't you? So I would, let's say, as a madman, a crazy guy, I would just detonate a few Oreshnik hypersonic missiles, ICBMs, that cannot be intercepted, with a lot of chemical weapons on Lithuania. That is, in about 1 minute, Lithuania will be done. Dragon teeth, bridges, land miles will be zero. Now, who says a madman would not do this? And I won the war in one minute. All right, what could be the consequences from NATO? Zero. There will be no consequences. The only consequences from NATO will be threats and a lot of panic. Why? They will not dare to launch an attack on Russia if the madman unleashes this kind of crime. How are you going to punish Russia? You can't. So you see, all these talks, when they say arming Europe against the evil Russians, potential attack on NATO, this is just idiotic. Because if the Russians want, and they are, the way that they are portrayed to be by the imbeciles in the media and the politicians, these guys should be ending the whole confrontation in 1 minute. I give you only one scenario that NATO has: to shut the hell up and talk to the Russians, the evil Russians. Are they going to bombard Russia? The Russians, if they did that to Lithuania, they will unleash a catastrophic end of the world. Do you think that the elites want to do that? Yeah, they don't care about you and I. But do you think the elites want to risk that? No, they don't want to do that. Why? Do you think they worked generation after generation to get in the positions where they are and look back at their future generation in a family, not us, and think my grandson will become one day the president of this country? But you can't become a president of an empty country. Therefore, they need us, the servants. So they will have to talk with the criminals, otherwise they will be dead. And if they won't be dead, they will be surviving about 40 more days after we are all dead. So you see, all these, we need patriot systems, when this is like the thing with religion. It's okay. Get shafted in this world, because you will inherit, if you're shafted enough, the other world. The same as, and people say, thank God, I'll be good there, I'll be on top of these guys who are killing me right now. So the same, these guys will have to give us a kind of comfort. For the weak people, comfort. It's okay. We have patriot systems. They will not dare to do it. We have dragon teeth. We have bridges. This is just a make-believe. If the other side really wants to do what these guys are telling us that they are prepared to do, which they are not, the whole thing will end in 1 minute with the destruction of, in this case, let's say Lithuania. And that's it. What do you think will happen? Do you think the whole world would do what? What would they do against Russia, for instance? I'm just saying the whole world. Really? You got a madman. So all this is just garbage. Garbage with invasion, garbage with preparedness, garbage with the madman, crazy guy on the other side. If that guy would have been crazy, by now the war in Ukraine would have been done more than 2.5 years ago. Simple, very, very easy. And NATO would have sold out everybody. Everybody. I guarantee you that. They did it before. And when I say NATO, I say the civilized, capitalist, democratic, free world. They sold us, the Eastern Europeans, to the evil Soviets with all those non-Jews in charge, non-Russians, slip of a tongue, non-Russians in charge of Soviet Union. So, do you think they will have a problem not selling us again? They have no problem. Why? I want to save my family from you. You go with your family. So again, all this preparedness is garbage. If the Russians really want, the whole thing ends today in one hour, and Lithuania cannot do anything. And you know what NATO will say? They will say, well, if you do it again, they will forget about Lithuania. If you do it again, then we will strike you. They will not strike them, because they know the Russians have equal possibility of striking them back with the same force, or even more. The Russians do not have to strike American targets or European targets. They just have to detonate everything they have in the air or on the ground. And we're all dead. We're all dead. You understand that? So all this, we're going to defend you with the rockets in Europe, in Poland, Romania. We're going to put Again, this is to make weaklings feel comfortable that we are defended. We're not. The attack weapons that the enemy possesses are overwhelmingly stronger than our defenses, way stronger than our defenses. They don't even have to attack us. They can only attack themselves. Like, peeing against the wind, basically. But the problem is the pee doesn't come on you, it comes on everybody else, because the globe will crack. Got it? Very simple. So when you see this kind of preparedness, I'm not saying they should not keep these weaklings comfortable and go to work and produce taxes and consume. The point is, you know better. This is just blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.